If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there. So, NBA 2K's roster update came out a couple days ago. It was the fourth one, right? It was a pretty decent one. What they always do is they go on Twitter and talk about the roster update and NBA teams, players, people, all discuss it. I'm going to cover all that stuff in today's video. Que pasa to the pack? It's Pack here. Before the video starts, please join the pack, subscribe, and also leave a like on the video because it helps videos grow and it's how YouTube works and it's a thing. But yeah, that's all. Let's get into this video. The first topic to talk about is the Minnesota Timberwolves and their opinion about the roster update. So, NBA 2K drops this post. It says, did your favorite player go up or down? It was Donovan Mitchell +1. No biggie, not like a crazy, roster update to be honest. Not like big changes. But the Timberwolves reply with, the emoji. And it was Anthony Edwards -1 and Jared Vanderbilt +2. So, interesting opinion. So they have a pretty strong opinion about this. They obviously think like this is questionable. Why would you ever do this? So the Jared Vanderbilt, in my opinion, absolutely deserves his upgrade. I think he's been playing very well. I think the Timberwolves are low-key a team that could make the playoffs this season. It'll be hard, but I think they can do it. Right now, they're currently 9th in the West. They're almost at a 500 record. I mean, it's totally doable for them to have a couple good wins here and there, and all of a sudden they're a playoff team, and they have the roster to do it, especially with one of the better centers of our era with Karl-Anthony Towns, right? It's totally possible. But their second-year player, Anthony Edwards, is kind of the big, reason why they're playing a lot better lately. That number 2 option for the Timberwolves is really, really good this season. In fact, in the last 10 games, Anthony Edwards has been averaging 21 points on 44% from the field, right? So I wouldn't say these are spectacular numbers, but remember, now we're in the middle part of the season where people who had an amazing start, we really try to see and we really find out how good are they really. And you can see it now. Anthony Edwards is yeah, you were averaging 23, 24 in the beginning of the season. Can you still produce like that? And he is. 21 points per game on not bad efficiency is good. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. All these are good numbers, especially with a team that has an almost 500 record. He deserves to have about an 85, 86 kind of rating, but 2K decided, let's give this man a downgrade. Now, I understand why they gave him a downgrade on paper. Statistically, he's slowed down. But has he been playing bad? Has the team been failing? No, that's not true. So if that's the case, why would you downgrade a player that is playing for the most part well? If anything, if they said he should have stayed at an 85, I think that would have been okay. But for them to downgrade him, it's like saying, hey, we think you're performing poorly, which is just not the case with Anthony Edwards. So I really disagree with the rating that they gave him there. The Timberwolves do as well. I mean, they get it. Now, this next one is one that a lot of people were complaining about, and that's Russell Westbrook's rating. I have talked about this for years now, right? I've made whole videos dedicated on it. At this point, I'm tired of talking about it, but somehow 2K finds a way to make it a talking point every single roster update. Right? Every single time they make it a mission for me to get upset about Russell Westbrook's rating. Okay? So Russell Westbrook goes down -1 again. So he goes from an 83 to an 82. This is Russell Westbrook's lowest rating in 7-8 years. It's been a long time since he's had a rating this low, right? Now, I could pull up the stats. You know what? I'll do it anyways in a second. What's frustrating about this is that Russell Westbrook has not been playing poorly. Now, if you look at the standings, if you look at the Lakers' record, they're 5-5 in the last 10 games. Okay, they're not performing the way that the Los Angeles Lakers, the contending NBA champion potential team, is supposed to be playing. But there's 5-5. I mean, they're not that horrendous, right? And Russell Westbrook has not been the reason why. At least statistically. I know he has bad games. But I could go on and on about what he does. He's a gravity player. People surround him, and he gets his teammates open, and that's what he does really well. And yes, he has turnovers, but he gets way more assists. So obviously, Russell Westbrook does great things, and obviously Russell Westbrook is bad at other things. But there's a difference between saying he's awful and he's struggling, right? With the numbers Russell Westbrook puts and saying he's struggling, he's like an 88 overall. right? But they have him as an 82 overall, and that's the problem. He is 6 overalls away from where he at least should be. Last 10 games, Westbrook's averaging 18, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and for the most part, efficient. So these aren't bad numbers. I don't think he needs to be downgraded. The crazy says, no way Josh Hart has 2 ratings below Russell Westbrook, which is a good point. Palace says ratio for the Westbrook disrespect. Y'all always be doing this, and again, can you disagree? So for this last one, it is with James Harden's rating going down. Now I'm going to interrupt that real quick. My camera had cut off, my audio cut off, I lost the footage, so I basically lost everything for the end of this video. So I'm basically redoing it right here. So you will not be seeing my camera for the end here, but it should still be fine because I'm going to talk about this real quick. So HardFestive13 or HardGoat on Twitter post a picture of James Harden's rating going down, Patty Mills going down, Bembry going down, James Johnson going up 1, and Cameron Thomas going +2, right? And so he just does a bunch of question marks. He's like, what is going on here? This was the most popular quoted tweet. And even, for example, like Nix says, him and CP3 have the same rating, and he is clear of CP3. And even says, Patty get downgraded. How is James Harden at 89? Come on. So James Harden hasn't left the 90 overall club in a very long time. He has been in the 90 overall club ever since his first season with the Rockets, because obviously with the Rockets, he became his own player, the main man, and was dominating for a long, long time, one of the best isolation scorers in the league, right? Now, this isn't anything new. We all know what James Harden can do, but lately with the Nets, statistically, he has not been having the best season ever. So it's very, very odd, right? But do I believe he's below a 90 overall? That is a completely different claim. In the last 10 games, James Harden is still averaging 22 points, 11 assists. The efficiency is not perfect, right? But he at least isn't turning the ball over at a ridiculous rate. Just 5 turnovers on 11 assists, so it's not too bad. 8 rebounds, even 1.7 steals. So he's still doing James Harden kind of things. It's just that the efficiency is a little bit down. But do I think the efficiency is so down to the point where James Harden needs to be out of the 90 overall club? That I don't know. That I don't think so. I think if you kept them at a 90, I would have been fine. But getting James Harden, one of the greatest players in basketball, out of the 90 overall club feels weird and wrong. And he has the same rating as Trae Young. You can do whatever you want with that information. It definitely feels weird. It feels weird. I don't know if I agree that James Harden should not be in the 90 overall club at least, right? I think it's very, very odd. That's how I feel about that, but I want to know your opinions in the comments below. That is everything for this video. If you like the channel, please give this up. I'll see you guys next time.